Greetings.
Greetings.
Greetings. Oh, my spell. What does it take to kill these things? You're in my way. Greetings. Greetings.
Greetings. Deep beneath the Frostback Mountains sits Orzammar, largest and proudest of the two remaining Dwarven cities. Once the seat of an underground empire, Orzammar now stands alone, cut off from the world by the Darkspawn, still clinging to the memory of its former glory. Below the vast statues and gilded halls where the noble families play at politics, the lower castes live in their shadows, scurrying to serve like their ancestors before them. Below that is you. You are casteless, the dirty secret staining Orzammar's perfect society, forced, along with your sister, to sell your services to the crime lord Barat. To the rest of Orzammar, you are proof that the casteless deserve their fate. But you know you do what you have to, the same as everyone, just to survive.
I can't keep gambling on you forever, Precious. You've got a sweet look, something to light a man on fire. But you gotta make it count.
Please, Barat. Can we not do this in front of my brother?
Why not? He knows the slope of the land, don't you, boy? You told me a lot of things, not one of which meant more than a fart in the middens. Before me, your sister was just another duster. Now check her out. Braids down to here, gold-capped teeth. She can recite elf poetry and play the string harp. Every man's dream. All she's gotta do is find a lord, squeeze out some kid who looks like him, and we're all living the easy life in the Diamond Quarter.
Please, don't get involved. You know that never goes well.
She can do whatever I tell her, even if that means walking into the King's own palace naked. You keep your head down and say aye to any job I decide is low enough for scum like you. In return, I put out coins so you can doll yourself up and get a belly full of some nobleman's brats. Then you both go free, and I get to join the family and be called my lord for the rest of the little prince's life. Well, unless I start seeing results, we're going to renegotiate. I'm giving you another week, Precious. If you haven't found a patron, you're back to sweeping streets.
But I have. I've met someone. That is, I didn't want to promise, but he seemed interested. It's nothing definite, but he said he wanted to see me again.
Excuse me if I don't start knitting booties. Until I do, you're the one who's going to keep paying her debts with your service to the Carta. A few. Do a good job, and you might work your way up to footpad one of these days. Your buddy Lesky's waiting outside. He knows what I'll need from you today. Don't even think about bungling this job. Your whole family's on loose sand with me right now. And I know you don't have anywhere else to turn.
I'm sorry you had to see that. I know. You've always been a good brother. Always tried to protect me. I should have told you. Barat's been warning me ever since two of his other girls found patrons at Lord Harrowmont's reception. They've been getting gifts already. Lord Rooston gave Elsie a surface silk gown and she's not even pregnant. Barat's getting impatient. I wish I could. Just go and walk the deep roads until we find a magical crystal kingdom and live happily until the stones embrace. But it's not happening. You know the other options. Cleaning middens, begging, going to the surface. No. Unless you find a way to save us all from Darkspawn and become a paragon. We're pretty much on Barat's leash for life. Stay out of trouble. I'll see you tonight.
I'm gonna do some missions now.
About sodding time. I was starting to think I'd have to bust in and get an eyeful of that spicy sister of yours. Growl.
Wow.
And people wonder where that grumpy old dwarf image comes from. But fine. Boss says we're out for a search and discipline. One of his smugglers is holding out on him. Name's Oskias. Some surfacer. Barat got word that he's been selling shipments topside that never make it to Barat's ears down here. He wants us to find the rotter and see what goods he's holding back. All he told me is find him. Duster's got some family from the merchant caste. He's probably staying near their quarters. Whatever lets you sleep at night, my friend.
Hey there, Carter boy. Care to try a taste of this? Anyway, you got any food on you? Please? Spare silver. My boy needs medicine. Don't look at me like that. I was beautiful once. I was
What are
Have
you
you
doing
heard?
here?
King's got a team who found traces of Branka in the depot.
Red prices on all arms and armor. They were crafted by the Paragon.
Go back to your dirt pile, scum.
I assume this pile of worthless junk belongs to you? You realize it's in the way and
Disgusting.
that the
Get away
patrols
from
will
me.
not be able to come through? Move it, or I shall have it thrown out in the deep.
Oh, she has.
They should send someone to pick up the trash.
We won't get very far if you keep stopping to chat. What's up? Well, you know my suggestion. Go where the ale is. Man's a surfacer, so all he usually gets is that swill they make from grain or whatever. When he comes to Orzammar, he'll head straight for the real thing. Lycan malt. Straight up, 8 bits a tumbler. Now you're showing some sense. Come on.
ancestors were smiling on my bets today. Another round from now.
Hey, I was saving that seat.
That's real thoughtful, Ascaius. It's tiring work looking for you.
How do you know my name? I don't know what you're talking about. You probably have the wrong Ascaius, see? I just got here this morning. I'm usually on the surface, and...
So you're not the turncoat two-faced swindling duster Barat told us about.
I never did anything. Barat's got no reason to send you after me. I just want to make sure nobody, does anything too hasty.
Making sure you didn't accidentally pocket any processed lyrium. You know.
Look, I always been loyal to Barat. He's been good to my family. I know how much I owe him.
Keep him still. I'm gonna search his bags.
Wait, I do have some lyrium. It's just ore. I made a side deal with one of the mining families. If it worked out, I was gonna bring Barat his cut, I swear. I'd be crazy not to.
Suicidal, one might say.
Surfacers pay good coin for lyrium. Mages up there, they use it for their spells. Smiths use it in enchanted weapons. I just took the money and ran. I mean, back to Barat to share the profits. Just a little, maybe 25 sovereigns worth.
25 sovereigns?
Most of that's with my buyers on the surface. I just picked up a few nuggets down here. If I were to maybe give you a piece, that's a lot of coin. Could you forget to mention this to Barat? Not long. I mean, I'm not cheating him. I mean, this is my first time. Oh, please don't kill me. I've got a lot of lyrium. Maybe we could work something out. Share and share alike. I don't got any coin myself. I make that topside, but you can take the ore and sell it, maybe get enough to get out of this nest. What do you say? It's his. Take it. Will you let me go now? No!
Enemies approaching!
Say the warrior.
No quarters are being ready!
Stand up.
Away with you! Cause none end this!
Casually witness a murder. Yeah.
We have to get this stuff back to Barat before he starts wondering what we've been doing.
Gets back to Barat. What is
Who's that? Why are you bothering me? Rika? Don't you sass me, you ungrateful brat. I made you, and I can make another just like you. Then you should have left me there. What have I got that's worth living for?
Hey, Seth. West. Depth, even. Chef X.
People bothering me all the time. I've got important things to do here. Very important things.
You keep doing it.
We really should get back to Barat. We really should get back to Barat.
Alright, Stimpy.
Hello.
Yeah, bud. What have you been up to?
I'm just streaming Dragon Age Origins.
Oh, that's cool.
I'll stream it for a bit and get the playthrough started.
Yeah.
First of all, I don't know where I forget. What are you doing?
Just looking through the config files on the GTA server.
Oh, it's still now. I do not know where I'm meant to go.
The king is old. His rule won't hold much longer.
Prince Balin seems far more sympathetic to our interests than Trian.
Balin has some tastes of his own that he knows I can provide. We'll finish this later. It's about time you two showed up. What happened with Ascaius? What kind of rot are you trying to feed me?
He told us he'd be putting together a side deal for Lyrium, but he'd already sold it.
Jarvia, send a dig troop topside. If Ascaius had a hiding spot up there, I want us up to our elbows in it.
As you say.
And the matter of punishment? Excellent. I'll send someone out to handle the cleanup. Not you, though. I have another job in mind for you. The Warrior Cast is hosting a proving today. All the best fighters, last man standing, you know the sort of thing. They're showing off for some Grey Warden who's looking for candidates to drag off to a life of eternal glory. Now, it's not often we get every name fighter in Orzammar.
Might start streaming X-Plane soon.
And I have certain
X-Plane.
acquaintances
Oh, that
who
Sim game.
get interested in
Yeah,
this sort of thing.
I've not played it yet, so...
There's a lot of coin to be made when people get the fever up. Favorite fighter's an officer named Minar, veteran of 4 Darkspawn campaigns. Kaverd's a long shot. Just got back from a deep roads offensive. Some young buck who has all the ladies drooling. I've got a lot of money riding on him. Mine and other people's. I expect to see that 8-to-1 pay off. Understand? The fight only gets announced to contestants themselves to prevent illegal gambling. So first, you'll have to find a Verd, see who he's fighting and when. When the name Minar comes up, I want you to slip this drug into the bastard's water. It'll slow his reflexes, just enough to take the edge off, not enough to show. But it wears off quickly, so don't use it until just before his fight. You bet you will. Here's your pass to get on the grounds. The proving starts as soon as the clock strikes. And when I say I have coin on this, I'm not talking about some pittance, like the value of your life. If I don't see a Verd's name on the winner's sheet, you'd better make sure I never see you or your sister ever again.
Okay. Can't believe how long it's been since I played this game.
Yeah.
Like, I played it originally on the 360 when it came out on that. Loved it. A lot.
Turn around, Brand. No castless on the grounds. Looks legitimate. Go on through then. But stay to the trenches. Grey Wardens don't need some eyesore getting between them and the fighters.
Okay, fair enough. Whatever.
Stone's Embrace. That's one of them. One of the Grey Wardens. Oh, I dare you to go.
Stone met, and blessings on your house. That was the proper greeting for an outsider last time I visited Orzammar. Has it changed? Or is there a reason you're looking at me so strangely? My apologies. The intricacies of Dwarven society are still foreign to me. I meant no offense. My name is Duncan. I'd say of the Grey Wardens, but I suspect you already know that. Pleased to meet you.
I'm simply of nobody.
Ah, of course. That's what the face brand means, then. I remember that now. For saying hello? My friend, to a Grey Warden, nothing short of a slavering darkspawn waking you in your bedroom counts as harassment. Actually, I'm glad I met you. Whenever we come to Orzammar, we always stay in the Diamond Quarter. You forget how much of the city you miss. The Wardens are always looking for those who have the courage to spend their lives in battle against the Darkspawn. It's rare we find those with both the skill and the will. The best Wardens are ruthless to their enemies, compassionate to their friends, and inspiring to their troops. It's a lot to look for, but I hope to find it here, and I hope you also may find what you are looking for.
Sweetheart, Sod it. He's stone drunk. You could draw a dead man for his bout and still lose. Barat's gonna kill us if we slip up on this. He's still mad about the time I accidentally told that barkeep Barat had demanded free ale delivered to my door. Hey, I just had an idea. That's much better than my idea. I was gonna say we should go up in the stands and start a rock slide, but you're brilliant. You'll be a Verd. You'll go out in his armor, keep down the visor, and fight in his name. He wins, Barat wins, everybody wins. Except all the warrior caste braggarts you leave kissing dust. I sodding love the way you think, my friend. I was afraid Barat was going to kill us. Got it. It'll help if you can distract him, though. Just, talk to him so I can sneak past him without him noticing. Let's do it quickly. We don't have much time.
Hey, only fighters are allowed in these chambers. Who are you? I don't care about your name, Brand. My fight should be called any moment now. You can come back and clean then. It's ill luck for me to touch someone the ancestors have cursed. But if you like, I could tell you tales that would make your friends weep with envy. Aye, long and terrible they were. 100 men venturing into deep roads that no one's traveled in years. Everywhere we walked, we heard them, scratching in the walls.
And I'm a warrior dwarf.
But they only attacked when we stopped.
For some reason, when he starts
We
a
got
warrior
used to
dwarf,
the
he
smell
gets
of
2
your
daggers in
brother's
that
blood,
war. That's annoying.
but never to the Genlock's reek.
How do you fight such creatures? You lost 30 men, not very good at captain, are you?
Bout 3 is next. Officer Minar versus the Warrior of Air. Fighters, make final preparations, then report to the ring.
If they had not just called my bout, I'd show you what happens to insolent soldiers under my command.
No more time. Make sure you have everything and go tell the Proving Guard you're ready to fight. And don't forget to keep your helmet down.
Yeah, I'm just basically taking some space because the person my boss put money on, he can't fight. Because I'm branded, I can't actually, I'm not meant to actually allowed to fight because I'm an outcast. What is he on my, oh, yeah, it's there.
I shall do it.
Combatants only.
I just arrived at the beginning of the game. I literally just started, so this is like the dwarf commoner already. Like this is their beginning of the story. I was looking for armor because that was there, weren't they? But yeah, this is at the beginning. This is before I'm selected to be part of the Grey Ones. Down there, aren't they? Seriously, fuck. Yeah, because I'm branded, it means the ancestors curse you. Your family's basically trash. You're trash, family's trash, and no one likes you. Where's my
It shall be done.
There we go. There we go. No, that makes sense. They're just basically looking for a single-handed sword. Let's put my equipment on. Okay. Two-handed, yeah, it's two-handed. Okay. Where's it go? I best actually put in we don't download this yet now.
Stone Metaver, I believe it is time for your bout.
Good to see you on right now.
May fortune favor your fight, Averd. Are you ready?
Didn't spot it. No.
As you say.
Yeah, it's a bishop.
This is a glory proving. Fought under the watchful eyes of the Paragons of Orzammar.
My boss,
for our honored guest, the Grey Warden. The warrior Yvain, son of Galton, will fight Officer Mylar, survivor of the battle at Car Ellerin.
You honor me with this fight. May the stone show the boldest heart through the strongest arm.
I'll be right back for watch out this year.
First warrior to fall is vanquished. Fight!
The torch comes out. I don't think. Pretty much fight to death.
A truly memorable fight. The young cadet vanquishes the wily veteran. Healer, see to his injuries. The warrior Yvain, son of Galton, will fight last year's Journeyman Division champion, Adalbo, proven in glory before the stone.
You honor me with this fight. May we both win glory in the eyes of the
don't see it.
First warrior to fall is vanquished. Fight! As you say.
Early game is actually one ability.
The winner is Yvain! The ancestors have withdrawn their blessings and embrace a new champion on their field. The warrior Yvain, son of Galton, will fight Lenka, Silent's sister in training. She has made her vows, but not completed her blooding. Will she be accepted into the legendary order? That will depend on her performance today.
Killing everyone.
to fall is vanquished. Fight! Lenka went to the stone without a sound, as befits her vows. But it wasn't hard to see the blood that was spilled. Everd will advance to the final bout to determine the true champion of the ring against... What? My bout already? Hey! That's my armor! Who are you? How dare you disrupt this sacred...
Wait, I know that man. That's Everd. Then what imposter did I fight?
Remove your helmet, warrior, and let all who watch you see your face. Nay, this man has Everd's perfect likeness. If you would have me believe you, let me look upon your face. Your skills are impressive, but you are one man. Show yourself, lest I call the guards and have them do it for you. You insult the very nature of this proving. Guards, take this filth away.
Hold your man, I pray you. This warrior has defeated the best you have to offer. Is that not what this proving is for?
We are honored by your presence, Warden. But this proving is not solely for you. There are laws which have governed this arena for 1,000 years. This man is no warrior. He is casteless, rejected by the ancestors. His very footsteps pollute the stone. He has no place here.
Except as your champion.
That's what I liked about Dragon Age, the first one. It's not the best game. It's not the best gameplay, but it is by far the best story. Gameplay, it's just like wow. I mean, you have like hotkeys and plus. Who have you got?
Are you awake yet? Psst. Can you hear me? How hard did they sodding hit you anyway? Did you have to put up such a fight?
As soon as everyone saw your face, Brand, the place went mad. Shut all the doors, examined everyone for family and caste. One of the guards recognized me and figured we must be working together. They burned 3 candles to the stump interrogating me about who put us up to this. I think they knew, you know, about Barat.
You think I didn't look for a way out? Rika's not the only one in danger here. They could kill us. But these cells are built straight into the wall. And they confiscated all my lockpicks. What's it look like on your side? You see any way out?
Yeah,
Good.
like
Wake. Barat will be glad.
each race has their own, like each race, and like 'cause you got the elves, and the elves have the what was it like? They have like 2 beginning stories. You can either be born in a city or born in the woods, and then the dwarves either can be a noble or a commoner. And like if you're a mage, either no matter what, if you're a mage, you always start off in a tower because that's where the mages stay. Unless if you renegade mage. When the humans, you're a noble, or you're like a basically son of a duke or something. Unless if you're a mage, then you are in a tower.
Get you out? What do you think put you in? You caused a lot of trouble today. Barat lost 100 sovereigns for Lord Volney. The entire proving was declared invalid, and the Assembly already called for an investigation. You can't imagine the state Barat was in when he told me to get you. You're not in their cells anymore. And I don't think I appreciate the time and money it took to bribe the right people to get you back. You got every guardsman at that proving thinking if he takes your head off, the ancestors will bless him forever. But they know whose hand holds the whip. When Barat claimed you, they knew who's going to get to watch your last breath. I don't think scaring you is what Barat has in mind. You risked exposing him before the entire warrior caste. Now they're asking questions, and as long as you have tongues to answer them, you're a threat. Enjoy your last night together, boys. Barat will be by soon to make sure you maintain your silence.
Level up. Every time you level up, you gain character gains. Character gains new abilities improves statistics. Characters, portraits level up.
Leave off with your noise. Giving me a headache.
Oh, the store's broken. You can check that out. Sorry, I suspect hit quality is someone deaf now.
Where? I don't see nothing wrong. She... Hey, what the...
This one, move.
Very well to get away with this. We can't leave one man. Alive to tell Barat what we've done.
I'll get on it.
Thanks, mate. See you later. okay. Keep forgetting which one's
Will not fail. Very well. I shall. Very well.
No, he's going to run off. Where's that? Oh god. Why did he go running off?
No quarter shall be given. All these fools, eh? I shall do it. Quickly, we must fight! Shall be done.
Leave off with your noise. Giving me a headache. Where? I don't see nothing wrong. She. Hey, what the?
As you say. Shall be done.
If we want to get away with this, we can't. If we want to get away with this, we can't leave one man alive to tell Barat what we've done.
Oh shit. Right, I'm back. The
Leave off with your noise. You're giving me a headache. Where? I don't see nothing. Shit.
I shall do it. Very well. If we want to get away with this, we can't leave one man alive to tell Barat what we've done.
Go again. Oh, yeah. Okay. Ooh.
Enemies approaching! shall be done. It has begun.
Get on it.
Let's heal up.
Get on it.
Come and get it! You're gonna have to move quicker than that.
Will not fail.
Yeah! It hurts.
It has begun. You think I could bleed to death from this? I shall do it.
There you go.
Very well. As you say. It's begun. No! It shall be done.
This is not bad.
Quiet as a dog. That's asleep. Quiet as a dog. That's asleep.
I shall do it. Shall be done. It has begun. Take him in!
Love this job.
Bandages. I'm bleeding.
We must fight! Come and get it!
We must fight! Let us do it
Smack you so hard, your children will be
It has begun. It shall be done.
I'm cutting the whore free. If that turncoat brother of hers doesn't know his place, I don't need precious Rika either.
Rika? That the one you got all done up in lace? I've been wanting to get my hands on that.
I know what you mean. She's yours if you want her, boys. And let me tell you, it tastes as good as it looks. What in sod all is that doing out of its cage? Let's teach this little duster a lesson. That turncoat brother of hers doesn't know his place. I don't need precious Rika either.
Rika? That the one you got all done up in lace?
Let's...
Enemies approaching! As you say.
Get on it.
You beast! Dumb beast! Come on! Show them what for!
Did you see him there, all when we're done with you? And you just charged in and sodding slaughtered him! You have to be the luckiest duster in Orzammar. Barat's dead, and we're standing here! Hail to the sodding king! Whoa. Don't push it, Salraka. Barat kept his place by making sure it was always dusters like us who took the fall. Right now, half of Orzammar knows who you are. We've got to lay low for a while. Maybe in a long time, when everyone's forgotten what happened today, we can see who's left to challenge us. And maybe, if Barat's family topside doesn't figure out who killed him, they'll keep doing business with us. And maybe we'll be able to figure out which mining families stocked the Carta with lyrium. And then maybe we'll have the chance to take over. Until then, let's just get out of here.
You think I could bleed to death from this?
Seize the fugitives! Drop your weapons and walk down slowly. We will use force if you resist. He's dead? Barat had many enemies, but also powerful allies.
Barat would have butchered us if he hadn't killed him first.
Your friend has once again demonstrated his courage. We Grey Wardens travel far and wide in search of those with the potential to join our ranks. It seems I have found one. Let me make my offer formal. I, Duncan of the Grey Wardens, extend the invitation for you to join our order.
This man is a criminal. You can't do this.
I can, and I am. It would mean traveling to the surface lands and thus leaving your people, but it does offer you the chance to strike a blow against the Darkspawn and the Blight. While it is no trick, it is a dangerous life. I can promise you no guarantee of safety. I can also give you nothing in return for these hazards. In joining me, you leave all you know behind. Then before these witnesses, I hereby recruit you into the Grey Wardens. Know that you are most welcome.
This is highly irregular. The warrior families will be most upset.
Look at you, you duster. A warden. To think I knew you when you were stealing bread.
We must be off to meet the King of Ferelden, and quickly. Do you have any goodbyes to say? Eager to leave, are we? So be it. Before we brave the deep roads, I would like to make you a gift of this mace, since you have so few possessions of your own. It was once wielded by the Warden Forel Iduken. I believe he was related to your king. I know you will continue his proud example. Goodbye, my friends, and thank you for your hospitality. We will be traveling south through the hinterlands to the ruin of Ostagar, on the edges of the Korcari Wilds. The Tevinter Imperium built Ostagar long ago to prevent the Wilders from invading the northern lowlands. It's fitting we make our stand here, even if we face a different foe within that forest. The King's forces have clashed with the Darkspawn several times, but here is where the bulk of the Horde will show itself. There are only a few Grey Wardens within Ferelden at the moment, but all of us are here. This blight must be stopped, here and now. If it spreads to the north, Ferelden will fall.
Ho there, Duncan.
King Cailan. I didn't expect a
royal welcome? I was beginning to worry you'd miss all the fun.
Not if I could help it, Your Majesty.
Then I'll have the mighty Duncan at my side in battle after all. Glorious. The other wardens told me you'd found a promising recruit. I take it this is he?
Allow me to introduce you, Your Majesty.
There's no need to be so formal, Duncan. We'll be shedding blood together after all. Ho there, friend. Might I know your name?
I remind you that you speak to the King of Ferelden.
Don't worry, Duncan. You must both be eager to reach your tents. Have you any news before I go?
Your uncle sends his greetings and reminds you that Redcliffe forces could be here in less than a week.
Ha! Eamon just wants in on the glory. We've won 3 battles against these monsters, and tomorrow should be no different. I'm not even sure this is a true blight. There are plenty of Darkspawn on the field, but alas, we've seen no sign of an archdemon.
Disappointed, Your Majesty?
I'd hoped for a war like in the tales. A king riding with the fabled Grey Wardens against a tainted god. But I suppose this will have to do. I must go before Loghain sends out a search party. Farewell, Grey Wardens.
What the king said is true. They've won several battles against the Darkspawn here. Despite the victory so far, the Darkspawn horde grows larger with each passing day. By now, they look to outnumber us. I know there is an archdemon behind this, but I cannot ask the king to act solely on my feeling. Wait for reinforcements. We sent a call out west to the Grey Wardens of Orlais, but it will be many days before they can join us. Our numbers in Ferelden are too few. We must do what we can, and look to Teyrn Loghain to make up the difference. To that end, we should proceed with the joining ritual without delay. Feel free to explore the camp here as you wish. All I ask is that you do not leave it for the time being. There is another Grey Warden in the camp by the name of Alistair. When you're ready, seek him out and tell him it's time to summon the other recruits. Until then, I have business I must attend to. You may find me at the Grey Warden tent on the other side of this bridge, should you need to.